Stage and Screen with Andy Snowden. Let us know what you want to hear on WhatsApp with the number 01978 540 410. We love local. Calon FM.
I absolutely love that. I mean, anybody that knows me personally knows that I am a big fan of Status Quo, but that is a corker, that. That's Face the Music, taken from Status Quo's latest studio album, and that's called Backbone. Go check it out, it's a corker. Now, if you are interested, or you know of anybody who is interested in becoming a film or television actor, then you better listen up, because Wrexham has opened its very first Academy of Screen Acting. It is the brainchild of Coronation Street actor Dean Fagan, and he joins me on the line now. And Dean, it's called the Wrexham Academy of Screen Acting. Have I got that right?
That is exactly it, yeah.
Right, brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. I think it's pretty much the first of its kind, and we'll talk about that in a moment, if that's all right. Because just to talk about you for a minute, because I think presumably everything started for you as a child, did it? Where did the bug come from?
Oh, wow. Well, it started for me as I was leaving high school. So I was meant to be doing bricklaying, and because all the rest of my friends were doing it, and we was meant to go in the open day, and the tutor for the bricklaying course was on his lunch, and they told me to come back in an hour. And as I went round the college, I had a walk round there, and on my way I saw performing arts in a room, and I just was like, I peeked my head in. The teacher came up to me and said, "Are you interested in joining performing arts?" And I said, "Yes, I am."
So had you gone to sixth form college? Was it sixth form college, or was it like you?
So that was Stockport College, and thankfully the tutor from the performing arts course just sort of got me on without any kind of audition or anything else like that. I just had my details with me because I was supposed to be signing up to the bricklaying course, right. And she scanned my passport and said, "See you Monday."
Fantastic. And I mean, it couldn't have worked out better for you, really, could it?
I mean, I don't know, Andy, to be honest. I could be building some skyscraper somewhere, or be some fancy architects, maybe, I don't know. Yeah.
But I've just been looking at your CV, and it seems to me like you haven't stopped work since you left college. Is that a fair observation?
Yeah, I suppose so. I got my first professional job in second year of uni. So I went from Stockport College to Salford University, and luckily, I was working before I left. So it's been all right.
Fantastic. And of course, you're best known for playing Luke Britton in Coronation Street. You were there for 4 years. Is soap acting? I mean, I've heard that soap acting is different to a regular TV job. Is that fair?
It's quicker. It's just like, it's a well-oiled machine, and you enter this machine as a cog in the wheel, and it's been going for decades, over 60 years, might be 70 now. And so it's just, I mean, they can get through they can get through 4 or 5 scenes in a day, if they're really pushing it. Yeah. That's unheard of in a typical drama, but it's I would say the soap world is like a microcosm of the industry in general. Yeah. You get all of it. You get the fame. You work with loads of different directors, loads of other different actors, but within a small space. Yeah. So, but I would advise it to anybody, starting out. It's a great learning curve.
Well, when I was in drama school, I went to drama school in the early 90s, and I was quite well known for being dreadful at learning lines. I was almost like I was almost a bit dyslexic in that way, and It wasn't until sort of like 6 months into it, and I suddenly thought, I'm quite good at learning lines now, and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. And I suppose it's practice makes perfect, isn't it? I mean, if you're not very good at learning lines, it doesn't take that long to work that muscle and get those lines in your head.
That's exactly it. It's muscle. It's a muscle, and I think your brain is constantly evolving. So if you're like having to do something day in, day out, your brain's going to adjust to to compensate for that. And yeah, I found myself, getting better at learning lines as I was going on.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like, I suppose it's, you just gain confidence over time as well. And yeah, you just trust yourself a bit more.
Yeah. Do you find it? I mean, it must be difficult because if you're in a play, you learn your lines and then you repeat them at every performance. But with a soap, and I suppose with anything on TV, you learn your lines, you deliver them, and then you've got to sort of let them go, right?
Yeah, literally. As soon as I step off set, can't remember a thing. Like, what did I do? I can't remember. On to the next.
Well, I was interviewing Francis Rossi from Status Quo a few years ago now, and famously, of course, Status Quo were in Coronation Street back in 2002, I think it was.
Oh.
And he was saying that he was so impressed with the work ethic of what he meant. He was talking about the actors, the work ethic is. He said it was unbelievable. Never known anything like it. To get there, like 7 o'clock in the morning. Everybody knew what they were meant to be doing. Everybody knew their lines. But I suppose that's the big thing, isn't it? That making sure you've done your homework. Otherwise, you'd be out of a job very quickly. Yeah,
exactly. That's it. I suppose it's that it becomes routine after a while as well. You know what I mean, Andy? So it's like you become accustomed to that quick turnover.
Yeah.
So it does get easier over time. Doesn't seem like it at first. That's where the panic sets in, but it really, really does. You get comfortable, and sometimes I'm not condoning this, but you could come to set without even seeing the script,
yeah,
and then picking up the lines as you go through, because you know how much time you've got to familiarise yourself, and get it all in there in your brain by the time they say action. So, yeah, it's one of those.
But another thing I've noticed, I mean, if you watch a drama, say from the 1950s or something, and there's almost like it's very stilted the way that they used to act back then. Of course, they were probably just sort of like stepping off a stage and trying to make it work on TV. But now, of course, everything's more naturalistic, and actors seem to be trying to be as natural as possible. Is that an easy thing to master?
I mean, I say to our students in the academy, like, it's a funny thing. Like, you can be the most natural person in the world, but as soon as you get in front of a camera, you forget even to do the basic things. You have to relearn how to be yourself in front of the camera, and that is difficult. And for us in the academy, it's just getting you in front of the camera and just be used to having it there.
Yeah.
So you're comfortable with doing nothing, and just being. So yeah, I think that's what we're all striving for as actors, really, now. And I suppose it was shown to us by like the likes of Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro and Meryl Streep, just like to have comfort on screen.
Yeah.
And it's a very watchable trait.
Yes, very much so. Let's talk about the academy then, because it's the Wrexham Academy of Screen Acting. It's been set up by yourself. Tell us about it. Where's it based? What goes on?
So it's we've got it at Les Happers in Eagles Meadow.
Oh, right.
And yes, the lovely Wayne and Sharon who own the place, and yeah, very graciously have us in there Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah, I wish my partner Louise was brought up in Wrexham, and she studied performing arts, and she wanted to get into screen acting, but she couldn't find anywhere in Wrexham that was doing it. So she's had to go further afield to Salford, where, funnily enough, that we both met. So it's a happy accident. But we've been together for 15 years, and we moved here 2 years ago, and there still really isn't anything specifically for screen acting. So I thought, why not just try set it up and see if people are interested? And it turns out they are.
Fantastic. And what classes? What classes are there? Is it a little bit of everything, or is it specifically TV work?
It's so it's specifically for screen acting, and I mean, you could sort of like reverse reverse engineer it. So to use on stage, I think it's always a good thing as a performer to watch yourself and be able to critique yourself and learn from it. And what better way than to record it? So we do stick specifically to screen acting, and we try and. Because when you're first starting out, you have a lot of barriers, and we just try and break those barriers down. And like we said before, get you as natural as possible in screen, and set these budding and aspiring actors up for life in the industry.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because one of the things, and my daughter's quite interested in this, so I'm trying to get as much information out of you as can, actually.
Yeah, bring it down.
Well, I'll tell her. I'll literally, because one of the things that she's trying to get into drama school, and a lot of the auditions are now done on a camera. You've got to film yourself and send it in. So that would be quite handy. From right at the beginning for the auditions, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, it's like you can reverse engineer it, and you can use it for anything. It's just good because the camera is a tool, and you got to learn how to use the tool, and you got to learn what works and what doesn't, and that's what we're all about, is just getting yourself used to it. And I suppose, not suppose, but it's like what we're all about is it's like Wrexham is, it's on the way up.
Yeah.
What we're feeling, been coming here for 15 years with everything with the football ground and all that stuff, and Wrexham's being put on the map, and we know there's a great talent here. But I think what I've found is it's like Wrexhamites. Is that what you call them? Wrexhamites?
I do.
Wrexhamites? Good. Wrexhamites are having to go further afield to get that industry knowledge.
Yeah.
And we want to bring the industry into Wrexham. So, we'll bring down casting directors, agents, producers, directors, all the people who can give good, knowledgeable advice to our people, to the good people here of Wrexham.
Yeah. It sounds fantastic. How do people, is there an audition process to join?
Not currently, no. We just, all we ask is for you to come with a positive mindset, be proactive, come in. We're a community spirit, you know what I mean? And we set a group up and a class, and we set up a WhatsApp group, and we all talk and we all engage, and point to different things like headshot photographers and different events that are going on that would benefit the actors, just that's about it.
Fantastic. And just tell us again, where is it?
So it's on Monday evenings 7 till 9:30, and Thursday evenings 7 till 9:30,
and held in the
Llhaepus in Eagles Meadow.
Right, brilliant. Dean, it's been a treat to speak to you, mate. I'm amazed that we're only around the corner from you, and you'll have to come into the studio, and we'll do this proper. It's a fantastic idea.
Absolutely. Oh, thanks, mate.
All right, no worries. You take care of yourself. Lovely to speak to you.
You too, mate. Take care.
Take care. So, the Wrexham Academy of Screen Acting has its doors open over there on Eagles Meadow. For more information, go to www.wrexhamacademyofscreenacting.com. Let me tell you that again, www.wrexhamacademyofscreenacting.com. Dean Fagan on the Stage and Screen Show. Don't get much better than that for me.
Stage and Screen with Andy Snowden. Let us know what you want to hear on WhatsApp with the number 01978 540 410. We love local. Calon FM.